Yo, 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 what's going on? It's Jay Spivey coming to you with another podcast. This is Respect the View. What's going on, people? I'm out here again. It's 003600 hours. I know I said that weird. It's 12:36 p.m. in Southern California. I finished up my last podcast about releasing people and just wanted to have a nice little short conversation about it so I can feel even more accomplished today than I already do, because I've been getting work done. I've been working on content, editing. I need to start outsourcing, but I know I'm not that big yet to really be outsourcing, so I don't necessarily need to be spending that money. But anyways, to the topic, I wanted to dig deeper into the letting go of people. I know, also want to, I just want to talk, cause I know I feel like I say a lot of decent things on my Facebook, and it creates buzz, people talking, seems like it can start a decent conversation. I don't really speak on a lot of stuff I have, but I feel like every time I spoke on it, I was going on some kind of rant. That's why I have a lot of content talking about, what men should do, how to, I love making content without feeling like, I don't really give a fuck about other people's feelings, but that's something if I can create content and express things without bashing it and then give more than one point of view on it, then, then I'm in my field. I don't really make content to bash anybody. I'm not hurt. Nobody, I've been heartbroken. Yeah, but nobody damaged me to the point where I gotta consistently talk about something that doesn't occur in my life. Just to say, a lot of shit still happens to me, but I'm just not the type to kind of bring it to the forefront. I'm okay with working on my shit low key. And I know everybody is not like that. Honestly, what this podcast was going to be talking about, it was going to be about the price you pay, or the price you're okay with paying when it comes to having somebody in your life or keeping them in your life, if that's what the saying, only mess with people that got something to lose. And that's why I think I recorded already and I just haven't put it out yet, but people will fuck your life up. They don't care. And especially if they're, I'm not saying it's hard, discernment is used in a lot of these things, but it's a lot of people that they might seem like they're happy about themselves in their situation, but they don't really be happy about themselves in their situation. That's why you'll see more women that's okay with being out in the spotlight and faking happiness than you will see out of a man going through some shit and faking happiness. The only thing is, it's you gotta really try to find yourself and change your attitude. That's why dudes, they'll just be in a funk for a long time. I remember I was, and I can honestly say that those kind of people, they're not pleasant to be around. Those people that's always moping around and it's always why me, and they not dead, it's I get it. If you ate this morning, if you was able to get yourself some food, I would just say if you woke up, but that's what I'm saying. You have chances, you have opportunities every single day to change your mindset, to change your lifestyle, to change your ways, to change your habits. It starts off with one day at a time, and you gotta be aware in the moment every single time. That's why I'm okay with taking so much time away from my phone. I can't right now because my editing and stuff like that. I use my phone for a lot of my stuff if I'm not on my computer. I take a lot of time away from, that's what I'm saying. Unless I'm doing work, I really don't even care about being attached to my phone nowadays. I take my, only reason why I take my phone to the park, if my girl's mom calls, or, if my mom calls my father. It's just being grown, it's just certain people, okay, I know they need to reach me, so I'm gonna keep my phone on me just so these people can contact me. But honestly, if it wasn't for these people, And that's what I'm saying. I'm only naming 3 people. That's the only reason why I'm keeping my phone on me. Maybe 4 if I count my grandma. And that's why I'm just like, back to the original statement that I said, are you okay with paying the price for keeping someone in your life? It's levels to this talk. And before I get into that, I just want to say, like, when it comes to my social media, like, how do I say this? I got myself together. Like, I do enough critical thinking. I do enough meditation. I do enough self-realization work, like, to know who I am. I don't know about nobody else. I definitely am the person that overthinks, and I realize that. But damn, like, the need for people to put their input in, like, I'm saying, like, the saddest fucking sob story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it takes courage to put yourself out there, right? And everybody knows about putting themselves out there. So if you're a creative and you put yourself out there, you know how irritating it is for a motherfucker that don't talk about shit. All they do is comment on other people's shit. They don't make their own nothing. But they always up in somebody's comments trying to preach to somebody. Like, excuse me, I don't give a fuck if you have credentials to be a teacher. Did nobody ask you shit? I didn't need you to try to explain my thought process to me like you some fucking psychology teacher. The fuck? People weird, man. People weird. If I didn't ask you a question directly, then just make a general ass statement. Say like, oh, I feel you. I get what you mean. Oh, I felt this. Like, some regular shit. Don't be getting under my fucking posts trying to, like, educate the masses or some shit. Like, I seen a post and it was crazy because it was just like, every time you comment on, like, you know, you don't comment on nothing, but when you do comment, it's always some, like, preachy, weird shit. That's the quickest way to get blocked. That's the quickest way to get deleted. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that. Like, use your platform to do that shit. Don't do that shit under somebody else's post. And for me, to be honest with you, like, I don't really like long form content. You can't feel somebody's emotions on through long form content. Like, when somebody put a long post and it's like you gotta sit there and read it, that's when, like, for me, I don't be doing spell checks and shit. So I end up having a bunch of, like, misspellings and bad grammar. It take me a minute to get my grammar and shit together when it comes to my writing. I ain't even gonna front. It take me a minute. But yeah, that's over for that. But yeah, it's just, so I want to speak about the levels when it comes to, like, keeping people in your life. Cause, like, this talk is about, like, friendship and about, like, relationship too, because my views on both topics have changed dramatically, and that's what I'm saying. It does a little teeter totter. I feel like I'm always trying to reach a new level. Friendships, it's like I just feel like I'm growing, and the people that want to be in my life, they don't do, you know what I mean? Like, you want your tribe to kind of do what you do. So it's just like, until you know what I mean, I have to take the time to learn what I actually like and what I really want to do. And that's what I'm saying. My purpose might change. So I'm okay with it changing. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. But it's like, okay, what are the things I'm gonna do as a man to keep me busy, to put money in my pocket? You know? That's why I seen this really, like, heartfelt story. I listen to a lot of single dads and what they go through and whatnot. My little rant earlier, it was really about, like I'm not interested. My level of thinking, that's what I'm saying. I think I went on a rant about this before, but I see things in more than one way. I never tried to put a man in a woman's position or vice versa. Like, that's fucking weird. Even though a lot of people make posts about it and I might, like, reshare shit and make a comment, that don't mean nothing. Like, I'm not a fucking weirdo. I don't want to be a woman. Like, that's what I'm saying. My daughter is going through shit that I don't want to be the first one to hear about it. But guess what? I'm dad. I'm the one seeing my child every single day. So guess what? I'm the one that has to hear about this shit. So that's when, like, I think it's interesting. That's when, I guess, go back onto that social media shit. It's just like, me as a father, like, it's a lot of shit that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to go into those conversations on what men and women are supposed to teach the kids. And then what do those kids turn into? Adults. You have enough of miscommunication between kids, and those kids turn into adults, and then you have 4 or 5 generations of that. All of y'all are fucked up. None of y'all know what y'all doing. None of y'all know what y'all doing, especially if you following whatever the fuck your parents was saying or your mom or whoever you was with. Y'all got fucking 4 or 5 generational curses of that shit, and now you sitting here spewing the same shit, thinking it's correct, but it's not. I am a soul living a human experience. I realized that the family that I was dropped into, I got a lot of work to do. As I was, I'm not here to cast judgment or make me seem like I'm better than anybody else. Like I just said, I noticed that with my family, I have work to do. I'm not talking about your family. I be trying to express the things that are occurring in my life, and hopefully the way I'm expressing it, somebody else can kind of comprehend what I'm saying. It's just back to that friendship shit. I don't get a lot of people that can comprehend what I'm saying. That's why social media is cool, because it can kind of bring together some of the same like-minded people, but it's not like the connection don't be real. And it's like if I want to touch on relationships with this particular topic, or that particular statement that I just made, I'm not interested in trying to get to know some woman through social media. Fuck a Instagram, fuck a Facebook, fuck a Twitter. I don't LinkedIn, none of that shit. I don't give a fuck. It's professional. I want to meet that's what I'm saying. I want to meet a soul in real life. And it took me, it took me a minute to kind of get my foot in correctly as a man. I ain't gonna front. But that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with saying, like, nah, like, sex is completely off the table. Be lucky if you get a hug. For my protection, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just sad on this planet. We got a bunch of people that's just, like, they be okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess, depending on who you speak to, like, it's a lot of grimy niggas. It's a lot of grimy people, period. That's what I'm saying. I say a lot of terms, and I say them gender neutral, if you know me by now. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they be thinking they know me, but that's, I'm like, I'm constantly trying to grow and evolve. So I need you to listen to my early shit and say, oh, and then listen to my new shit and say, oh, like, I see where he was trying to go. Because if not, you just going to be completely lost, because this is not Javon from elementary school. This is not Javon from middle school. This is not Javon from high school. Now, high school Javon, like, I might have been quiet, but boy, I was a fucking assassin. I was an assassin. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was just cool with everybody. So I'm not saying like it's hard for me to create friendships. That's easy. Or create, like, you know what I mean? Like, create a connection with somebody to the point where, like, they really fuck with me. Like, that's not hard. It's not hard at all. But what I'm saying is, like, the energy it takes to, like, it takes a lot of energy. And it's like, once you put yourself out there, it ain't like you can just all of a sudden be like, okay, like, I'm done. Like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, and as a young, that's what I'm like, being young, that's what I'm like, when I think about my story when I was younger and how people treated me and all of that. I don't know if I spoke on it a while ago, but I probably have. Like, I felt like I was just being used. I felt like I was being used, and there was enough trauma piled up in me to where it was like, I would definitely go through some dark phases, and then I'll snap out of it. And I'm like, this isn't me. What is this? And it's, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate to kind of feel that way. And that's why it stops me. It stops me from caring about building a authentic relationship with certain individuals. Now, I also want to say that God watches over me. God watches over me. God watches over me. So when so when I meet people, and that's what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? You just kind of feel like something is off, and something to be off. And the next thing you know, I just like start fading away. Like, and I'm like really, really, really good at that. It's like second nature. And that's why I just be hoping the people that I encounter be like decent people. That's why I be okay with keeping people at a distance. But it's like strangers be supporting you more than your family do. So like I don't even consider myself to have that much family. Like, I literally just got connected back to some cousins, and one of my big cousins was telling me like, nah, like me and you used to play. Like, you was running around with us, little cuz. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it touched me. Like, it was one of those moments, like the little Naeem in me was like shedding tears, cuz like I felt I didn't have anybody for so long. So, you know what I mean? Just to be able to have cousins, it's like, nah, nigga, fuck you. Like, we family and I love your ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have friends that I was trying to, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, bro, like, I love you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, stop with that gay shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it was just crazy. And it's like, I think, you know what I mean? It was like all jokes. Like, I don't know if they were saying that in a serious or, you know what I mean? So I think as we got older, that's when, like, you know, like, we kind of realized, like, nah, nigga, I love you too. Like, stop being extra. So I understood it. That's when I'm like, I had genuine love for these people. And I felt like, that's when I didn't feel like I didn't mean anything to them. That's what I'm saying. A lot of what some of us can go through can just be trauma speaking to us. So it's like we definitely have to heal that before we step ourselves back out into the world. But that was the thing. Like, if you never discovered yourself and then that's what I'm saying. Some people, they find some of this stuff out too late, or they realize it too late. That's when, like, some of the people commenting on my shit. I've been on my journey for 2+, 3+ years. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of journey you've been on, but I actually been over here working. So I study shit that isn't aligned with what I'm actually how I'm supposed to heal myself. I wasn't just doing it to heal myself. I did it, heal myself, and now I'm still studying it because now I'm interested in other things, or it takes a bigger role in my life, or the education is actually benefiting me. So then it makes me want to keep reading. I do that with dealing with my kids 24/7. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? People get busy. They have lives and other stuff. But that's what I'm saying. I see people that talk about shit that's not supposed to be talking about shit yet, and they still doing stupid shit. They still dealing with not nobodies. They still dealing with souls, with people they still dealing with beings that might not have souls. That's when I saw a video on a TikTok, and it was just like, you need to check your baby's eyes. You need to check your baby. You know what I mean? You need to check who you was dealing with, because the person you slept with might not have had a soul, which means your child may not have a soul, just like that person that you was dealing with. That's terrifying. And I got what it meant. And, you know, some people might not understand that. I got specifically what it meant. And it's like, it can get kind of deep and it can get kind of dark to where that's stuff that people don't be really wanting to talk about. It get real. What's good, people? It's Jay Spivey. So if you haven't heard, there's this amazing app, and it's the easiest way for you to make your podcast, and it's free. All right, so let me explain. It has all the creative tools that allow you to edit your podcast the right way, right from your phone or your computer. And it allows you to distribute your podcast to all the major platforms like Apple and Spotify and many, many more. All right? You can literally make money with little to no listeners. Like, how dope is that? All you got to do is go to anchor.fm to get started. Go check it out. Out here, and some people, that's what I'm saying, like, you can't say I'm growing and then you still in love with like this specific ass hood nigga, like, but like you keep, that's when, like, you aesthetically, yeah, he look good, but like you keep picking the men that be beating on bitches. Like, pause for the terms and the words, I apologize, but you know what I mean? Like, you still picking the niggas that's like beating on women or like threatening, like, they don't really be wholesome good people. They just look good. They just fucking good. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm in a phase now where, like, I don't even care if I have sex again. Like, that's crazy. I never even thought that I would get there. Now I'm like, I don't even care if I have, like, I don't care about none of that. Like, that's what I'm saying. I might comment on it just for like a joke or for like an and that's the thing that people don't know. Like, I realize, like, I'm okay with being like ever since I was okay with branding myself. That's what I'm saying. Like, I do like, not like Joe Budden, but you know that nigga Joe crazy. Like, he's ridiculous. I'm okay with saying shit, but if people don't know me, that's what I'm saying. Like, social media be on some bullshit, cause you know what I'm saying. That's why I don't really care for the comments. Social media not real life, bro. Social media not real life. It can be used extremely well. A lot of people turn it into something that's extremely valuable to them that can bring them great profit. When it comes to like connections, it's not real. It's not real. It's levels to it. And it's like, if you don't know someone and you thinking you know them off of social media, so now you talking sideways and you have no idea. Like, you just have no idea. That's why I'm okay with doing the whole vetting thing now when it comes to women. That's almost like, bruh, like, I was joking when I said she was gonna have to pay for sex, but my G, like, you can't even pay for it now. That shit priceless. That shit is priceless. I don't even want to let that go. And my thing is, like, it's so many. That's what I'm like, you know what I mean? As a guy, it's like, damn, shorty be bad. She be on her shit, you know, got a job, got a business. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I meet a lot of women with no kids at all. So, like, it don't really be like an issue for me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, single moms is cool too. Like, I don't really, like, you know what I mean? Like, it seems like single moms do a lot more ghosting. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, it don't really phase me to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be alone the rest of my life. No, on the contrary, bro. Like, I be deleting apps on a regular basis. Like, I have to focus on not giving my energy away at all. That's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sweet, you know what I mean? Like, not gullible anymore, just sweet. I do realize a lot of stuff that people think that I don't. That's what I'm like, I'm just in a dangerous little place now. Like, to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to be touched. You can look all you want to, you know, evil eye, evil eye, evil eye. Like, you know, whatever negative energy you project and send that shit right back to you. Like, you can look all you want to, but ooh, no, mama, like, ain't no touchy. No, I'm sorry. That's done for. That's done for. I'm like, man, like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, what? I mean, if a money bag yo situation pop up and a shorty want to buy brother some land and make some babies on the land, that's different. You feel me? That's different. Shorty coming with the bag and the property ready. That's what I'm saying. She got the curriculum for the homeschool, whatever. Like, what's up? What's up? Just me being extra. But I definitely realized, like, that the trauma that you hold, you know what I mean, when it comes to, like, if you're able to keep these people in your life or not, like the trauma that you might have developed, you know, as a person bleeding into adulthood. Your friendships and your relationships are not the only things that suffer, you know? That's like, you know, it'll also be bad communication within the family, you know, of course. That's what I'm saying, because it's probably multiple people that probably act alike. And it's like, you know, it might take you a minute to kind of see the pattern within your family. But then it's like your business relationships, the way you do business, all of that is like, it's fucked, bro. It's fucked. And I'm saying that because I'm going through it right now. Like, being the quiet kid, felt like I was mute, felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to, going from school to school, relocating kind of often until I was a little bit older. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that kind of stuff, it seems kind of normal. But then, like, as I remember it, I didn't make many friends. I had a lot of kids laughing at me and bullying me around those times. And what it did was, it forced me to, like, I didn't like authority. I didn't like teachers talking to me a certain way. And it was just like, I don't remember being overly disruptive, but it was just thank God that I wasn't trying to be like an overly people pleaser, you know? I think girls have more of an issue when they have like parental like problems. I think girls have more of an issue with trying to be people pleasers because, you know what I mean? I feel like in the sense of like with boys, it's like, oh, I want him to like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like guys, that's why I was just trying to understand myself but I definitely realized that all my relationships, it hurt. Like even me trying to have a bond with, you know what I mean, like somebody like, you know, like with a older man that's like a uncle or like my father or like a grandfather. A lot of those types of bonds that I was supposed to learn how to create, like I didn't necessarily get the full opportunity to it. My grandpa, my mom's dad, you know, and I don't want to say it weird, but I guess if you're listening, but that's like he kind of just vanished on me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not really tripping off of my wording because, you know what I mean, it's just speaking truth, bro. It's just speaking truth. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it positive, negative. You know, it is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't really, that's not really a good saying to use because, like, it's usually more deeper than that. But I'm definitely more okay with just the realization of what it is. And do I feel like I need to be fixing it? Or do I feel like the old man just don't fuck with me? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't really have the time to decipher. I don't. You know what I mean? It's just, I know I'm not about to be one of those black men that go mute on his family and speak to his grandkids once every couple years. That ain't gonna be me. I refuse. I say that I also have a lot of work to do when it comes to like me and how I'm building my relationships with my daughters. I know I have a lot of rough edges, so that's when it comes to that. Also, another reason why I'm okay with like taking a back seat all the way in the back when it comes to relationships. I think Kevin Samuels had an interview and he was talking about it. It was a woman I was dating, or she was trying to date, and he was just like, you might have to wait until the kids leave the house. And she was like, that's in like 10 years. I'm going to be like 40 something. Like, or, it was something crazy like that. I don't remember like word for word, but it was something like that. And it was just like, yeah, you might need to wait a little bit. Like, you might need to wait until your kids leave the house, and then you can actually go enjoy yourself as an adult. I don't know what I was scrolling through earlier that made me think about all the shit that having sex young just fucked up, like all the shit. I think I was watching, and I was like, these are all like realizations. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sad. I'm actually happy. It's 1:11 right now, by the way. So make a wish, angel numbers. I don't know. That's what I realize that, I'm happy with my life and where I'm going. I mean, I guess that's a better way of saying it. I am happy to still be alive and currently being able to focus on making the changes that I need to make my life better. I am extremely happy. Thank God for blessing me with another day to be able to do that. Okay, I'll say it like that. Because I definitely went through that whole realization, like, damn, like I was just fucking around. Like, what the fuck was it? I had a vision, I had a goal, but it was a lot of stuff that I noticed that if I wasn't too busy fucking, if I wasn't too busy like worrying about, like I didn't even make women a focus, but I was still like getting pussy. So it was like, that was my issue. I used to go on and off like months without doing anything, like up to like a year. It was around like my surgery, like when I had my knee surgeries. And I'm like, still, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just couldn't shake it. And it's like, not until now. So when it comes to like even having friends now, I'll get women that ask me like, oh, you don't do friendships? Like, why? It goes into my post that I said when I was just like, I feel like a lot of people's intentions are fake. If I want to split that up in between genders, and I'm not saying always, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's niggas that I know that that I got love for. I definitely realize that they're older though. Like the niggas that I got love for, that I know, that I rock with, that's what I'm saying. Like, nah, that's my dog. Like, I vouch for him. Like he, like he can use my number or use my email for fucking when we doing on background checks. She got some, what is it? Three recommendations, I forgot what they call it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can call me. Like, you can have them verify with me. Like, yeah, you can use my number. Like, I fuck with them. So, but I realized that they were older. That's what I'm saying. And shout out to the homie K. Like, he just be giving me real life. And that's all you can really do. And I'm talking about like this is why the whole hero thing has absent my mind so much, because like even your heroes have like deep dark secrets. You feel me? Even your heroes probably did some shit that you was like, oh, like damn, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, even me, I know I've done stuff that I haven't talked about, and it's just like, damn, that was dark. I probably shouldn't have did that. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, and if the masses knew, it'll be like, oh, like, like that's like everybody has that. Everybody has that. So it's like, it's not like, so love that person for their roots and not what they fucking flower look like above the fucking above the dirt. I know that was like so extra. It's just what came to my mind, though. I know that was extra as hell, though. But we gotta stop fucking looking at how beautiful the flower is and not caring about the roots. The roots is what matter. If you want to understand this term that they consider unconditional love, it's knowing somebody for the roots and being cool with them. That's what it's about. But yeah, I remember what I was talking about, so let me try to get back on that. As I see a possum running across the street, looking like a fucking dog. when it comes to the men, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know who I fuck with, so it's a lot easier to distinguish as a male what niggas I can really fuck with. Like, let's just keep it plain and simple like that. It's easy for me to decipher. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm from Long Beach. That's cool. Whatever. That's what I'm saying. I'm laid back. I'm chill. But it's a lot of shit that niggas be doing that I don't fuck with. Just plain and simple. And that's why, like, as a man, you just kind of gotta be like, okay, like, I know what I'm aligning myself with. Let me just stay along those lines. And if, if you don't find many men that rock with that, that's what I'm saying. With niggas, it gotta be business. Let's just keep it, let's keep it a buck. With niggas, it gotta be business. If it ain't business, why are we talking again? That's what I'm saying. If we family, I can understand, like, you checking up on me and then I'm checking up on you. That's different. Or that's what I'm saying. Or if we've been friends for years. But that's what I'm saying. If we ain't at that point and I'm just now meeting a nigga, that's what I'm saying. It's business or what? It's business or what? We either helping each other catapult ourselves into some shit to where we can floss on some niggas or what? Or what? And then when it comes to women, it's like, I definitely, I guess I'll go into a couple different things when it comes to women. Cause it's like, I'm cool. I'm laid back. That's what I'm saying. Most of the time, I really be trying to get my work done anyway. But I feel like when women actually hit me up, not all, that's what I'm saying, not all, but it's like, like some individuals that I definitely released as of late. But it's like, it's the same for me with women, to be honest with you. That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting here like trying to think of a better way of explaining it. No, it's cool. It's cool being cool with women. That's what I'm saying. I can have a lot of women friends. I'm cool with a lot of women. But what? That's what I'm saying. Like, that don't mean nothing either. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, and then most of the time, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get a big bag of mixed bullshit. And I'll definitely say I do because I don't try to manifest. You know what I mean? When you're manifesting shit, the stuff that you don't speak on too will definitely come up. I said I'm open for love, or I said I'm open, to meeting individuals and growing with people. But then that's why I said the big bag of mixed bullshit. Gotta reiterate, the online shit isn't real to me. I don't do the online dating. So it's like my bubble that I put myself in is more powerful. It seems like to me the safety net that I put myself in is way more powerful than than what like I said, I'm not speaking on it. So the universe can't send me something that I'm not speaking on. It's like I just be kind of flowing through the world because I know I have to focus. I gotta focus. I seen a really good post from a young lady that added me a couple days ago. And it was like, a man does not need to have a woman under his wing unless he's stable in all these areas. Kind of goes into what my my other podcast that I spoke on, men should stay single until they have these three things down. It's just crazy because for the life of me, I've had a couple women that definitely have tried to like wiggle their way into a relationship. And you know what I mean? Like, and that's why, unfortunately, it gets them cut off. That's why, if I'm being honest, it gets them cut off because it's like, I'm opening up to you, telling you I'm growing. And I guess, that's what I'm saying, I guess you feeling me and whatnot, and you like what I got going on. But what the fuck does that got to do with me opening up to you and telling you that, like, I'm working on myself, I'm working really hard on myself, and I'm just trying to grow. And I'll make sure I stay along those paths. Oh, what are you doing to grow? What are you doing? That's what I'm saying. Like, them is cool questions and shit like that. And it's just, but for somebody that's not interested, that's what I'm saying. It's cool and fine and dandy to be, for women to rock with you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I definitely realized, I was like, even the women that I tried to be cool with, like, I was okay with keeping them in my life. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm working on something. That's why it'll be probably one time or another that I've expressed something that they've done and I was interested in learning more about it. Oh, teach me. Like, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Like, listen, like, you can have a conversation about it, whatever. Or, you know what I mean? Like, or if it's music, like, whatever. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just get the bland haze. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, the random text messages making it seem like they thinking about. I don't give a fuck about none of that, to be honest with you. I really don't care. I really don't care. If I was richer, I wouldn't care either. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's levels to the shit, and I still don't care. And I don't think it's about me accepting friendship. Like, I don't think it's about none of that. Because like I said, like, if that was the case, these people would be more consistent. And that's when I would probably reach out more if I cared. But sometimes I'm definitely a man that's sticking to his purpose. So if you want to talk, you're going to have to reach out. After a little bit of consistency, you'll start seeing how my schedule is, and then it'll start morphing. You know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, like, you'll start understanding who I am. It take years. That's why I'm okay with the whole vetting shit, because it take years to get to know me. Years. And then that's what I'm saying. People that think they know me because they knew me when we was younger, like, I'm not the same person, bro. I'm real quick to say fuck you, because you're thinking you know some shit about me, and our shit was from 10 years ago. I'll get real slick with my mouth. But yeah, so it's just like, it's the spiritual. You can pay for the shit in the spiritual. You can pay for it in the physical. You can pay for it emotionally. You can pay for it psychologically. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about these people, like, just being connected to them and how they move or, like, what they do. I noticed that, I don't know about nobody else, but for me, I feel like shit got so deep is I was paying for other people's karma. Their karma was coming on to me because I decided to stay connected to these people. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I would consider it like a conspiracy, like a conspiracy theory or whatnot, but I definitely feel like it's people that and has been in this world, like, they've been hurt or they've gotten taken off this planet because of who they decided to associate themselves with, or who they decided to keep themselves around, even though they probably should have moved on. That's like my biggest fear. Is like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with the success. You know what I mean? It's like the levels of having to watch your back, because, and that's what I'm saying. I don't really think it's that serious, because there's a lot of black millionaires that, you know, are more relaxed, but that's when, like, shit is taking a turn for the worse, like, right now on the planet. I'm just, I'm aware of it. So I'm just like, what success is doing to people right now, how people are trying to get the next viral moment, how, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to grow my plants and dip off. But it's, you know what I mean, for everybody that's like trying to reach this goal and being viral is the thing, and you just, you know what I mean, what's your social media following? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't need it for business, I'd delete a bunch of that shit. But that's the only reason why I grow my social media the way I do. Like, I've been having it. Social media is a game to me. I've been having fun with it. I got about, if I can actually remember all of them, I probably got about 7 or 8 Instagram pages. My daughter's got an Instagram page. I got about 3 or 4 brand pages. I got a Virgo page. That's why I just got a bunch of shit. I just started stuff just because. That's why I started having fun with it. And it's like, so now I can do it for business. Now it's like a different feel. It's like, oh, okay, let me start taking this stuff seriously, because it is people that can get a bag from it. It's just like, so if they get in the bag, let me go ahead and make a couple racks off of this stuff. Some nice investment money so I can start buying up some property. And it's crazy because it's like, I've had the energy to do it. I've had the vision to do it. I definitely feel like because of who I was attached to, that a lot of the things that I wanted to do, I was zapped of that energy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess this is to say that I realized that I was draining myself by being around these people. I realized that. Not that, like, oh yeah, damn, like, they were sucking me dry. Like, they could have well been energy vampires. That's what I'm saying. Like, I felt like I was definitely the bright light in a lot of people's lives. And that's not to say that, like, I'm full of myself. I was just like, I would say I was just literally always making sure somebody else was good, putting my all, putting my last. And it sucks, it sucks being grown and then looking back and you not really having nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? That's the kicker as a guy. It's like, you not working on yourself, you not building yourself, and then it's like, then you hit 30, then it's like, oh, you a bum ass nigga. Like, you ain't got nothing. But it's like, the reason why you ain't got nothing is because you weren't focusing on yourself. The world is cruel. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. As a, you know what I mean? Being a guy, I've seen thousands of videos and, and even men to men know. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. You might as well stay single until you got a job that and 5 years of bills saved up, 5 years of bill money saved up in your savings account. And then fucking 25% on top of that. You might as well stay single until you have that. Number one issue in relationships is money problems. Number one. Still, number one reason for divorce is always money. Broke people ain't got no reason getting married anyway. I don't really understand that. I get it. It's a love thing. But like I said, that's all, maybe I'm just talking shit right now. But broke people ain't got no real reason to be getting married. I said it. And that's another good point that I heard. Another good point that I heard is like, you got to love yourself. I know I said it a couple times. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself enough to really work on yourself. Some people don't love themselves enough to work on themselves. Some people just love themselves enough to like cut you off. There's a completely big difference. Some people cut you off and they still be fucked up. Still be fucked up. Don't work on themselves, no nothing. I cut your ass off. I promise you I'm still working. I promise you I'm still growing. We moving. I'm showing love though. Hey, much love to you. Much love to you, boo. Hey, I wish the best for you. I wish nothing but love for you. Somebody else gonna come into your life and be like, why is that? And you're like, okay. I just definitely know I'm weird. I'm weird. And that's what I'm saying. Even meeting me online, it's gonna take you so long just to understand me. Like, I show probably one personality online. Like, probably like one, maybe two. And that's what it's phases to me. I'm still slowly creeping out with the poetry. That's what I'm saying. They don't really see it. They don't really see where I'm coming with it. They don't really see it. I guess I would say being a Virgo, I definitely realize I'm extremely distant. You know, being distant, and then it's like people showing you love and wanting to care for you and wanting to love on you and stuff like that. Like it's beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? It's dope. But that's when I definitely realize like the phases that I go in and out of. So I just try to make sure I stay more aware of it. But I'm definitely okay with like keeping a woman at a distance. But yeah, much love. It's 1:33. I've been talking for a minute. Oh yeah, hey, follow me on all my social media platforms and whatnot. You know, I respect the view. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm trying to think if I'm like forgetting the social media. Like, I really don't be remembering. Oh yeah. We got the YouTube. Yeah. Check out YouTube. We got the YouTube popping. About to get that started pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. I finished my first. I haven't edited yet, but I finished recording my first video. So I just got to chop it up and see how it looks. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that. All right, I'm out. I mean, you know what I mean? I'll be going back and forth. All right.